A United States Alcohol Abuse and Industry Organization Guide. Chapter 1. Alcohol Organizations in the United States. U.S. Alcohol Organizations. Alcoholics Anonymous. AA.org, AA. American Association of Medical Review Officers. AMRO.com, AMRO. Alcohol Beverage Medical Research Foundation, ABMRF. ABMRF.org, ABMRF. American Council on Alcoholism. ACA-USA.org, ACA. Alcohol and Drug Abuse Institute, ADAI. departments.washington.edu/ADAI, ADAI. AL-ANON.org, Al-Anon. Alcohol Policies Project, AP, CSPI. cspinet.org/booze, app. Center for Science in the Public Interest, CSPI. cspinet.org, CSPI. Alcohol Research Mentoring System, ARMS. NIAAA-ARMS.org, ARMS. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. ATF.trees.gov, ATF. Alcoholics Victorious, AV. alcoholicsvictorious.org, AV. Center for Alcohol and Addiction Studies, CAS, Brown University. cas.brown.edu, CAS. Center on Alcohol Marketing and Youth. CAMI.org, CAMI. National Association of Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Counselors. NADAC.org, NADAC. National Association on Alcohol, Drugs, and Disability. NADD.org, NAD. National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence. NCAD.org, NCAD. National Clearinghouse for Alcohol and Drug Information. Health.org, NGADI. National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. NIAAA.nih.gov, NIAAA. National Organization on Fetal Alcohol Syndrome. NOFAS.org, NOFAS. Research Society on Alcoholism, RSA. RSOA.org, RSA. Virtual Clearinghouse on Alcohol, Tobacco, and Other Drugs. ATOD.org, VCATOD. Alcohol Organizations by U.S. State. Alabama. abcboard.state.al.us, Alabama Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. Alaska. ABADA.com, Advisory Board on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse, ABADA, State of Alaska. dps.state.ak.us/abc, Alaska Alcoholic Beverage Control Board, State Agency. health.hss.state.ak.us/FOS, Alaska Office of Fetal Alcohol Syndrome. FOSAlaska.com, Fetal Alcohol Consultation and Training Services, FACS. gov.state.ak.us/alcohol-free, First Lady Susan Knowles, Alcohol-Free Kids. radact.com, Regional Alcohol and Drug Abuse Counselor Training, Redact. Arizona. AZADAC.org, Arizona Association of Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Counselors, AZAADAC. AZLL.com, Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control, ADLC. Arkansas. state.ar.us/dfa/abc administration/index.html, Arkansas Alcoholic Beverage Control, ABC, Board Administration. state.ar.us/dfa/abc enforcement/index.html, Arkansas Alcoholic Beverage Control, ABC, Board Enforcement. California. CAADA.org, California Association for Alcohol/Drug Educators, CAAD. CAADPE.org, California Association of Alcohol and Drug Program Executives, CAADP. CAADAC.org, California Association of Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Counselors, CAADC. CBBD.com, California Beer and Beverage Distributors, CBBD. CCAPI.org, California Conference on Alcohol Problems, CCAP. adp.ca.gov, California Department of Alcohol and Drug Programs. abc.ca.gov, California Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control. chcata.org, California Hispanic Commission on Alcohol and Drug Abuse, CHCATA. co.humboldt.ca.us/mehealth/alcohol.hdm, Humboldt County, Alcohol, Drugs, and Other Programs. ncaddoc.org, Orange County, National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence, NCAD. oc.ca.gov, Orange County. smchsa.org/alcohol/index.html, San Mateo County Human Services Agency, Alcohol and Other Drug Services. sccdads.org, Santa Clara County Drug and Alcohol Services. sonoma-county.org/health/aods/index.htm, Sonoma County DHS Alcohol and Other Drug Services. socialmodel.com/html/ucepp.htm, United Coalition East Prevention Project, USEP, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Other Drug, ATOD. lacytie.org, Los Angeles. vchca.org/bh/adp/index.htm, Vishka, Alcohol and Drug Programs. yolocounty.org/mental%20 health/default.htm, Yolo County Department of Alcohol, Drug, and Mental Health Services, California. Colorado. cdhs.state.co.us/ohr/adad/index.html, Colorado Alcohol and Drug Abuse Division, State Government. Delaware. delawarepublicsafety.com/dabc.cfm, Delaware Division of Alcoholic Beverage Control and Tobacco Enforcement. Florida. FADA.org, Florida Alcohol and Drug Abuse Association, FADA. myflorida.com/dbpr/abt/index.shtml, Florida Division of Alcoholic Beverages and Tobacco, of. myflorida.com/dbpr, dbpr. Georgia. state.ga.us/departments/dor/alcohol/index.shtml, Georgia Alcohol and Tobacco Division, of. gatax.org, DOR. macadie.org/gap/index.html, Georgia Alcohol Policy Partnership, GAP, Youth and Underage Drinking. gbwa.org, Georgia Beer Wholesalers Association, GBWA. macadie.org, Metro Atlanta Council on Alcohol and Drugs, MACAD. Hawaii. hawaii.gov/doh/resource/drug_abuse.html, Alcohol and Drug Abuse Division, ADAD, of. hawaii.gov/do, co.honolulu.hi.us/leq, Honolulu Liquor Commission, City and County of Honolulu. Idaho. isp.state.id.us/abc, Idaho State Police, Alcohol Beverage Control. Illinois. abdi.org, Associated Beer Distributors of Illinois. iaodapca.org, Illinois Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse Professional Certification Association, IADAPCA. iada.org, Illinois Alcoholism and Drug Dependence Association, IADA. ilba.net, Illinois Licensed Beverage Association, ILBA. state.il.us/lcc, Illinois Liquor Control Commission. Indiana. icaada.org, Indiana Counselors Association on Alcohol and Drug Abuse, ICAADA. Iowa. iowaabd.com, Iowa Alcoholic Beverages Division, IABD. iwbda.org, Iowa Wholesale Beer Distributors Association, IBDA. Kansas. cadspa.org, Kansas Alcohol and Drug Service Providers Association, CADSPA. ksrevenue.org/abc.htm, Kansas Division of Alcoholic Beverage Control. recoverycentral.org, National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence, Kansas City. Kentucky. KBWA.com, Kentucky Beer Wholesalers Association, KBWA. KYBourbon.com, Kentucky Distillers Association, KDA. Louisiana. Catagino.org, Council on Alcohol and Drug Abuse for Greater New Orleans. CouncilOnAlcoholism.org, Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse of Northwest Louisiana. atc.rev.state.la.us, Louisiana Office of Alcohol and Tobacco Control. Maine. MaineBeerWine.org, Maine Beer and Wine Wholesalers Association. state.me.us/pfr/olr/categories/cat02.htm, Maine Board of Alcohol and Drug Counselors. MaineParents.net, MaineParents.net. MaineOSA.org, Maine Office of Substance Abuse, MOSA. OneMe.org, OneMe. Stand United for Prevention Alcohol and Tobacco Use Prevention, 12 to 17-year-olds. Maryland. Massachusetts. State.ma.us/abcc, Massachusetts Alcoholic Beverages Control Commission, ABCC. MassLBA.com, Massachusetts Licensed Beverage Association, MLBA. Michigan. MBWWA.org, Michigan Beer and Wine Wholesalers Association. MichiganWines.com, Michigan Grape and Wine Industry Council. MLBA.org, Michigan Licensed Beverage Association, MLBA. Michigan.gov/CIS/0,16070,540-154-1000-00.html, Michigan Liquor Control Commission. Missouri. Mober.org, Missouri Beer Wholesalers Association. dmh.missouri.gov/ada, Missouri Department of Mental Health, Division of Alcohol and Drug Abuse. New Hampshire. dhhs.state.nh.us/dhhs/.apr/default.htm, New Hampshire Division of Alcohol and Drug Abuse Prevention and Recovery, .apr. dhhs.state.nh.us/dhhs/comm drug abuse/default.htm, New Hampshire Governor's Commission on Alcohol and Drug Abuse Prevention, Intervention, and Treatment. dhhs.state.nh.us/dhhs/edpmop/default.htm, New Hampshire Impaired Driving Intervention Services. New Jersey. state.nj.us/treasury/gcata, Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse, GATA. ncaddnj.org, National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence, NCAD, New Jersey. njpn.org, New Jersey Prevention Network, NJPN. New York. asapnis.org, Alcoholism and Substance Abuse Providers of New York State, ASAPNIS. councilforprevention.org, Council for Prevention of Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Hudson Falls, New York. LECAD.org, Long Island Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence, LECAD. oasis.state.ny.us, New York State Office of Alcoholism and Substance Abuse Services, NICE OASIS. North Carolina. alcoholdrughelp.org, Alcohol/Drug Council of North Carolina, ADN. ncdot.org/secretary/GHSB, Governor's Highway Safety Program. ncdot.org/secretary/GHSB/Booze It, Booze It and Lose It. governorsinstitute.org, Governor's Institute on Alcohol and Substance Abuse. ncabc.com, North Carolina Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission, ABC. ncale.org, North Carolina Alcohol Law Enforcement Division. ncbwwa.org, North Carolina Beer and Wine Wholesalers Association, NSPWA. madd-nc.org, North Carolina Mothers Against Drunk Driving, NCMAD. wekykid.com, Responsible Alcohol Sales and Service, RAS. Ohio. alcoholismcouncil.org, Alcoholism Council of the Cincinnati Area, ACCA. cincinnati-oh.gov. wbwao.org, Wholesale Beer and Wine Association of Ohio, Ogwayo, Oklahoma. able.state.ok.us, Oklahoma Alcoholic Beverage Laws Enforcement Commission, ABLE. ouhsc.edu/arc, Oklahoma Center for Alcohol and Drug-Related Studies. ouhsc.edu, University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center. Oregon. vrdweb.hr.state.or.us/addiction/gov_council/index.html, Governors Council on Alcohol and Drug Abuse Programs. Pennsylvania. dcradar.org, Dauphin County Regional Drug and Alcohol Awareness Resource Center, dcradar, Harrisburg, PA. madbucks.org, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD, Bucks County Chapter. mothersagainst.com, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD, Delaware/Chester County Chapter. South Carolina. musk.edu/arc, Charleston Alcohol Research Center, CARC. neaaa.nih.gov, NEAAA, supported. dadc.org, Dorchester Alcohol and Drug Commission, Somerville, South Carolina. daotas.state.sc.us/web, South Carolina Department of Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse Services, DAOTAS. daotas.state.sc.us/web/infosite/index.html, South Carolina Information Clearinghouse. UCADA.org, Union County Commission on Alcohol and Drug Abuse, UCADA, Union County, South Carolina. Tennessee. .state.tns/health/and/index.htm, Bureau of Alcohol and Drug Abuse Services, State Agency. dualdiagnosis.org, Dual Diagnosis Recovery Network, DDRN, Tennessee organization. JACOA.org, Jackson Area Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependency, JACO. TAADAS.org, Tennessee Association of Alcohol and Drug Abuse Services, TADAS. people.memphis.edu/toads/index.htm, Tennessee Outcomes for Alcohol and Drug Services, TOADS, Substance Abuse Treatment, Evaluation, Research. Texas. 2young2drink.com, Alliance Against Underage Drinking, Texas organization. Bakota.com, Bay Area Council on Drugs and Alcohol, Bakota, Houston, Texas. council-houston.org, Council on Alcohol and Drugs Houston. Houston, Texas. tcata.state.tx.us, Texas Commission on Alcohol and Drug Abuse, TCATA. Utah. alcbev.state.ut.us, Utah Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control, UDABC. Vermont. vtboard.org, Vermont Alcohol and Drug Abuse Counselor Certification Board. state.vt.us/dlc, Vermont Department of Liquor Control, State Agency. state.vt.us/ADAP, Vermont Division of Alcohol and Drug Abuse Programs. healthyvermonters.info, Vermont Department of Health. Virginia. vaadac.com, Virginia Association of Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Counselors, VAADC. vbwa.org, Virginia Beer Wholesalers Association, VBWA. abc.state.va.us, Virginia Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control, VOBC, State Government Agency. yadapp.com, Youth Alcohol and Drug Abuse Prevention Project, YADAP. Washington. ADHL.org, Alcohol and Drug 24HR Helpline. Washington, D.C. RAP.org, Washington Regional Alcohol Program, RAP. West Virginia. state.wv.us/abcc, West Virginia Alcohol Beverage Control Administration, WVABCA. Wisconsin. Wisconsin Certificationboard.org, Wisconsin Certification Board, WCB, for drug and alcohol counselors.